Hi, Chet Womack here. Are you seeing your dog do this? Or this? Or is it hard to relax with all the extra cleaning work you're always having to do, constantly scrubbing off stains, trying to eradicate foul odors? If you're tired of your dog pooping and peeing all over your home, and you want your dog to handle its bathroom business appropriately, which means outside, then this short video is super important. Again, my name is Chet Womack, and I have been professionally training dogs and speaking about training dogs for over 13 years now, where I have helped dog owners overcome the frustrating habits that get in the way of happy, stress-free lives with their dogs. And one of the biggest issues clients come to me for is potty training their dogs. Many owners struggle with this, and I've heard it all. Clients tell me, I love my dog, but I won't tolerate peeing and pooping all over my house. Or she's stinking up my home. I need her to stop soiling the furniture. I'd feel pure happiness if my dog knew how to signal to just be let out when it's time to go. I'm busy and I always have to leave for work every morning, but I dread coming back home to accidents all over the floor. Is there an easier way than letting my dog go outside every 15 minutes? And the cries for help go on and on. So look, if these folks are talking about the same problems you deal with right now, then there's some good news. You are not alone. Many dog parents like yourself go through these challenges, and now you can benefit from the same priceless and effective help they used, which is why I'm here today. In the next 15 minutes, you are going to discover how to easily potty train your dog so that it stops peeing and pooping all over your house and eliminates only outside where it's appropriate. This way, you keep your home clean and smelling fresh, your dog grows into a responsible member of your family, and you can finally have the peace of mind you deserve. I'm going to show you how to do this using a strategy so simple that even if you've never trained a dog before, you'll quickly learn it and begin using it today. I call this strategy Mommy's Rule. Now, I'll explain it in full detail later, but in a nutshell, Mommy's Rule refers to the very first rule your dog learns from its actual mother, which is simply this: don't dirty the bed you sleep in. That's the rule. Basically, the pup learns early on that if he has to pee or poop, that he cannot do it in his sleeping area, and that he has to hold it and go somewhere else, because the bed must stay clean. Now, I'm going to help you use this rule. Apply it to your own home so that your dog keeps his own den clean, followed up by keeping all the areas connected to his den clean too, then finally keeping your whole entire house clean, even upstairs if you happen to have one. So if your dog needs to go potty, he'll naturally want to go outside instead. And I'll show you how to teach him to signal you to be let outside. And it's as clearly as ringing a bell. Now, I'll guide you through Mommy's Rule step by step in a second, but before I do that, I must share with you this short story. A close friend of mine recently rescued a chocolate Labrador mix, and she named him Biscuit. Biscuit, it's good company for a 55-year-old lady living in an apartment alone. It's a big dog, he's a goofy dog, and he loves to cuddle, but there's just one major problem. He has a bad soiling habit. It's so bad, in fact, she considered returning him to the shelter at one point, because Biscuit pees on the living room wall, he wets the carpet, soils the plant decorations, and she found herself doing extra cleaning work that she just didn't want to do. It's not why she got a dog, but she had to in order to eradicate the horrible smell. She tried setting up potty pads, yet they failed every time because they confused the dog. The dog still thought it was okay to pee indoors, which is a fail, which is the opposite of what you want to do when potty training. Now, my friend tried taking Biscuit outside every 15 minutes. It was exhausting. And after that became tiresome, she took him out every drink or after every meal. But these were all just guesses at best at when the dog had to go potty. The routine stressed her out because she knew Biscuit needed to learn to make responsible decisions, like pooping outside and not inside. But the final straw came one night when her friends came over for a movie. Biscuit squatted right where everyone could see him and began to poop right there while they were watching the movie. And that was a point where she just had enough, and that's when I began working with her. I showed her my strategy, and she quickly learned it. In less than 6 days, her life had changed forever. Her dog learned to love sleeping in his area and keep it nice and clean. Her dog naturally stopped pooping and peeing on the floor. Then her dog learned to ask to go outside to eliminate, and she was so proud of Biscuit for maturing into a responsible boy. She no longer needed to follow a repetitive potty break schedule, so it was way easier to relax and spend more time enjoying her dog's company. She was able to let Biscuit just hang out a lot more and cuddle up on the bed or cozied up on the sofa watching TV because she didn't have to worry about him sneaking off and soiling things again. And she was able to keep her home clean and smelling fresh All her rooms were properly sectioned off into safe zones, protecting all corners of her house. The furniture was safe, there was no chance of extra cleaning work, and she felt at ease when guests came over. Friends praised her dog for being so disciplined, and she felt like a proud dog parent because her dog was finally mature enough to make its own decisions. And most importantly, their bond grew stronger than ever. Now, let's keep in mind that all dogs are unique. No two dogs are exactly alike. That means we must be understanding with our beloved little fur babies. Every dog learns at their own pace, but to be successful, it's important to recognize this truth. It's not the dog's fault. If your dog soils your furniture now, it's because the proper communication isn't built yet. That's all, nothing more. Our dogs love us and we love them back, and they are at their happiest when they please us, which means they're going to be happy to follow your bathroom policy too. You just have to show it to them clearly. Yet many owners still get frustrated, and instead of improving the communication, they take away all chances of the dog becoming responsible by playing guessing games with their dogs. Unfortunately, many owners hope to guess correctly when their dog needs to pee or poop, which makes things way more complicated than it ever needs to be. This guessing game I refer to as bladder bingo. Let me explain what that is here. It's so common you probably played this guessing game before without even knowing it. You see, some owners look for these following signs. It's been more than 5 minutes since he had water. It's been an hour since his meal. He's fidgeting, ignoring the potty pads. He's barking in a different tone. He's getting too excited. He's looking around. They wait for one or all these signals to finally line up. And once they do, they think, bingo, I guess it's time to let the dog out. But unfortunately, it's hard to win at this game. More often than not, people guess wrong. And when you guess wrong, you just end up waiting outside with your dog, who gives you that funny little look like, what are we doing here, for who knows how long, and it takes forever for them to go potty. So the truth is, these signals just aren't reliable. For example, you hear your dog bark with a different tone, but it could be totally something else, like wanting a treat. You let your dog out every 10 minutes, but how can you relax this way? How much time do you waste waiting outside when you're wrong? You let your dog out after every meal or every drink, but this doesn't teach responsibility at all. As dog parents, we want our dogs to grow and make decisions on their own, not having us constantly deciding for them. So it's no wonder so many owners never experience the joy of having a disciplined dog. The bottom line is this. You don't have to play guessing games or follow strict schedules. You simply need your dog to know where it's appropriate to eliminate and how to ask for permission to go outside and do just that. And that's where my potty training technique, Mommy's Rule, comes in very handy. Here's how it works in full detail. First, recognize what we briefly touched on earlier. Dogs already know how to control their bladder. They learned it as a pup from their birth mom while sharing a clean bed together with 5, 6, 7, or my dog actually had 15 other puppies in the nest. The rule is not to dirty the bed it sleeps in, and your dog will follow it. Now, all you must do is transfer this rule that it already knows and apply it to your home too. We want your dog to think of your home as one big sleeping area he has to keep clean. And Mommy's Rule is an easy method for doing this. And I simplified Mommy's Rule into 3 basic phases. Number 1 is designing the den. Number 2 is expanding the den. And number 3 is letting freedom ring. Let's look at each one. Phase 1, designing the den. Here's where you want your dog to identify his den. This can be a bed, a crate, a corner with a comfy blanket. Any space that will be his sleeping area will work. After he identifies that area, you want to teach your dog to love this place. It's not a punishment, it's a safe, relaxing area. You want your dog to be so comfortable in this area that it becomes his territory, so that his natural instincts keep in and make him want to keep it clean naturally. I'd suggest adding toys or a pillow so that the dog quickly recognizes this area is designed for him to settle into. And your dog will catch on to this. I trained a rescue dog for a client some years ago, a male golden retriever, where his previous owner never gave him a den to sleep in, which is why he walked all around the house, soiling the place. But once his new owners assigned him his own den and designed it by providing toys, ropes, pillows, and a big dog bed, the dog loved the area right away, and he kept it clean so he can always relax in it. Literally not once did he poop or pee inside this area. That's the power of teaching your dog to identify with a den. Now, eventually, you want to teach your dog to be comfortable in the den even while you're away. We don't want your dog to panic and soil his area because of separation anxiety. That's why you're going to be shown how to easily teach your dog how to relax while he's separated from you, how to vary the amount of time you visit his den, and how you can help your dog ease his own nerves to wait calmly for you to come back home. In the first 2 or 3 days here, phase 1 will have your dog falling in love with his personal territory, naturally keeping this spot safe from being soiled. even while you're away for some time. And then eventually, we teach your dog to love more areas around the house and outside of his den, so that more areas are protected and that you can relax, which is what phase 2 accomplishes. Phase 2, expanding the den. Phase 2 is where we expand the den so that it reaches beyond other areas of your home until eventually it covers your entire home. So once your dog identifies your home as part of his den, he'll love your home too much to ever soil or market it again. And to expand the den, you'll be shown how to section off your home one area at a time. We want to introduce each new area gradually. This way, your dog keeps his territorial mindset and doesn't get confused. Because if you give your dog the whole house too soon, he'll think he just entered a new play area away from his den. But we want your dog to see that his den is the whole house and that it reaches beyond his sleeping area. Now, it gets better. Something special happens right here. During this sectioning off process, you'll be creating what I call safe zones. Safe zones are areas in your house that you've secured, that your dog already knows to keep clean, and that your dog knows he can lounge in whenever he wants. Safe zones are true stress relievers for dog parents, especially if you're a productive person. Think for a second. If you're occupied with something or busy doing house chores or leaving to run on an errand, in all cases, you can put your dog in these safe zones while you handle your daily responsibilities, and you'll have peace of mind knowing your dog can hang out there and be safe. Here's the thing. By the 4th or 5th day, phase 2 will have expanded your den so that by now it covers your entire house. That means with my strategy, your dog will now look at every part of your home differently. From the front door, to the kitchen, to the living room, to the hallway. Your dog will see all these areas as part of his sacred territory. Your entire home naturally gets treated as his sleeping area, and he'll never pee or poop in it like before. Because when it's actually time for your dog to eliminate, he'll realize he's still in his den, and we don't pee in our den. He'll want to step outside, away from your home, in order to pee and poop outside. This is how your dog learns that outside is the appropriate place to pee, not inside your home. So now all you have to do is teach your dog how to ask you to be let outside, which brings us to phase 3, letting freedom ring. Finally, phase 3 teaches your dog how to signal you to be let outside. By this time, your dog treats your home as his sacred territory. He knows not to poop or pee in it because this is where he sleeps, lives, and relaxes. But now we need to give your dog an instrument that tells you, hey, let me outside, I need to go potty. This is done in 3 steps. The first step is we're going to show you how to set up the bell. This is the instrument your dog will be using to signal you. Now, in this step, we have to teach your dog to acknowledge the bell first. It's not a toy to play with, it has a function. He's not to chew on it or to take it down, and that's why we're going to show you what kind of a bell to use, how to attach it to your door, and how to teach your dog to let it stay there. Second step is teaching your dog to press the bell. This is a lot easier than most people think. You'll simply teach your dog to press or high-five the bell and reinforce this behavior by rewarding him with a treat when he does it right. That means you'll need some training treats for this exercise. Kibble works, I use cheese sometimes, and you'll see how we reward the dog for touching the bell. Then third and finally, we teach your dog how to associate pressing the bell with going outside. This is the easiest step. Once your dog learns to press the bell, we take him outside. The goal here is getting your dog to understand that he can go outside whenever. He just needs to ask. That's all. And we'll show you exactly how to perform the exercise in the comfort of your own home, where one of my trainers will show you step-by-step on live video, which was shot inside an actual home with a real dog, and you will see how we cover all 3 steps in one simple tutorial. Teaching your dog to acknowledge the bell, press the bell, and then associate the bell with going outside. In 3 easy steps, your dog will be on its way to making responsible decisions, knowing how to ask you for permission to potty outside, freeing yourself from constantly having to make routine bathroom breaks, or playing guessing games with your dog's bladder, so you can welcome a whole new, happier life with your dog. Now, to put everything in perspective, I've just shown you how to use Mommy's Rule to potty train your dog, and I want you to be able to learn this strategy and use it for yourself today, quickly and easily, because it's an important discipline for your dog to have. It teaches your dog responsibility. It's a huge stress reliever for you as a dog parent, and your lives together will be much more enjoyable. And that's exactly why I created my new course, Potty Training Secrets. And I'm excited to share this with you because I believe it'll change your life forever. It's a comprehensive course that guides you through the entire potty training process, making it crystal clear how to perform all 3 phases of Mommy's Rule. Inside this program, you'll be given access to a series of exciting video trainings. You can watch these videos at your own convenience, directly from your browser, or download them and save them for later. They're watchable from your smartphone, iPad, or desktop computer. Plus, all the trainers in my training videos are professional, passionate dog lovers. And in addition to the course material, they'll be sharing priceless wisdom with you at the end of each training video. You might love the extra insights, like how to understand your dog better, new ways to think about how you communicate with your dog, how to improve his behavior, and so much more. Here's a closer look at what you're going to get. You'll get the 3 steps of expanding the den and keeping your entire home clean. You'll discover how to section off rooms one by one, giving your dog more areas to explore, claim, and naturally want to keep clean. How in just 15 short minutes you'll be able to teach your dog to signal you to be let outside, where he'll ring a bell when it's time to eliminate, and you'll free yourself from having to track his potty breaks every day. How in less than 3 days you'll be able to watch your dog become a responsible canine citizen, where your dog will make mature decisions, controlling its bladder during dog walks, visiting a friend's house, or anywhere away from the home. No matter where, he'll hold it until it's the appropriate time to eliminate. How to section off your home and create safe zones so you'll have several protected areas that you can leave your dog comfortably in, even while you're occupied in a different room, busy with a project, or if you're hosting a party, especially during the first phases of the potty training process, so that you can finally have peace of mind when you leave your dog alone. Your dog will learn to relax in this den and ease his own separation anxieties with all the new toys around him. The den's comfortable design will calm his nerves and prevent fear and excitement, and most important, waiting to pee until you come back, and much, much more. Like how I'm also going to give you a free bonus where you will receive a potty training progress tracking sheet. This helps you track all the times your dog asks to go outside, and it really works. You can print this sheet out, write notes on it, put it in a wall or hang it on your fridge, whatever works best for you. And this sheet helps you understand your dog's real bathroom patterns, which is all the times he asks to be let outside on his own. In fact, I found this sheet helpful when I need to leave my own dog alone for a while. I just check the sheet in advance to make sure my dog hasn't missed a potty break, especially like if a babysitter is going to be in charge, and my house is clean every time I come back. And it's a huge stress reliever. Now, these training materials I've been talking to you about have helped so many dog parents just beyond belief. Thousands of people have used my strategies, and I'm confident they'll help you as they have helped my other clients. But don't just take my word for it. Hear what other dog owners have said about my program. Shelly writes, "It puts me in a position of control. First of all, I want to thank you for this very helpful training program. Your training has been great and puts me in a position of feeling like I am in control, not him." Or Pere, who writes, "Still can't believe how much progress we have made. I recommend it to everyone I know that has dogs. Thanks, Chet, for not only making the program, but also making it affordable. I spent thousands on in-home trainers before this and didn't make nearly as much progress." Or Mary, who writes, "I love the way Chet teaches. It makes so much sense. He's very easy to follow." Or Robin, who writes in saying, "Chet is amazing with any technique I've seen him use. I can tell you from personal experience that his course is worth every cent." And even professional trainers like Joanne give this program the thumbs up. Literally every day, my inbox is flooded with emails and messages, with people thanking me and sharing with me their success stories. These dog parents are just like yourself, who want nothing more than a better life with their dog. And if you will take full advantage of the same help they've used, you'll see what it's like to put an end to bad marking and soiling habits too, and have a disciplined dog once and for all. Just imagine for a second having a dog that you can travel with spontaneously, hanging out together, having fun, not even thinking for a second about embarrassing accidents. You can bring him to your friend's house or invite your friends over to yours, go on longer walks together. No matter what, your dog will have proven to you that he can be trusted, that he can control his bladder and wait for the right time and place to eliminate. That's when you can be truly proud of your dog for becoming a responsible family member and decision maker. Now, Potty Training Secrets is a unique training program. There's no other dog trainer, as I know it, offering what I'm about to give you. Of course, there are other popular solutions out there, but there's a reason why many of them fail to work or are just not worth wasting precious time or money over. You could shop on Amazon or eBay for potty training books and DVDs. This could run up your tab easily to $200 or more, especially if they trap you into buying unnecessary training equipment like potty pads and crate stuff. Don't get me started. But here's the problem. You'll spend hours reading, hours staring into a TV screen, and most likely find a sales pitch asking you to go and hire a trainer. Not the best choice. Another solution is to sign up for group training classes, like at big box places classes like PetSmart. But that's if you want to pay around $250 to $500 for weekly classes, which might not be a good investment given those classes get very overcrowded. And not only that, they can't give you and your dog the proper attention. It's just hard to learn everything you need there, and obviously not quite an effective solution either. Finally, a third popular solution is to pay a fortune and hire a private dog trainer. But know this, they charge anywhere from up to $2,000 to $3,000, sometimes even $5,000 or more to work with your dog. And unless you're ready to separate with your dog for weeks or months on end, where results aren't even guaranteed here either, then it's clearly not an option you should consider. In fact, it should be clear that none of these solutions are effective at all, either in giving you the easiest methods to train your dog or giving you the proper amount of help and attention so that you can actually see improvements right away without having to spend thousands of dollars and separate with your dog for weeks or months on end. That's why my program stands alone. With Potty Training Secrets, you won't face these same problems. You can keep your dog with you, and you can teach your dog from the comfort of your own home with fun, easy exercises your dog will respond to. You'll get more help, get all your questions answered, and most importantly, your dog will begin growing responsible before your own eyes fast. With these kinds of improvements, you can understand why at first I was going to ask for $150 for this program, which I believe is reasonable. That amount pays for my production costs, leaves me with enough to stay profitable, and I can reward my team for their hard work in putting it all together. But after consulting with my advisors, there's been a change of plans, and you're going to get a much better deal. You see, if more dog owners like yourself try my program, then more people will get results, more success stories will break out, and word will spread. That alone helps me economically in a big way, and ultimately lets me give you this super generous deal. So today you won't be asked to pay $150 for this program, not even $100, not $75 either, but only a small investment of just $27 today. That's equal to just 5 cups of morning coffee at your favorite coffee house, and you'll finally potty train your dog once and for all. That's all there is to it. This small investment for a bigger and brighter future means you'll finally get the peace of mind you deserve. And you'll see huge improvements in your dog, usually as early as in the first 5 to 6 days. This is an incredible deal if you consider what most other dog trainers charge. If they delivered what I'm giving you in Potty Training Secrets, considering all the live video footage and dogs that I got involved, other trainers would charge you $200 for this program at least. But here, you're only asked to invest $27. And you'll overcome a huge hurdle to a happier life with your dog. Yet, I understand you may be skeptical. No matter what you do, your time, energy, and money is at stake here, which is why I want to take away all the risk right now, where I'll assume the risk for you. That means you'll have my 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, where if your dog doesn't learn the skills I've been describing throughout this presentation, if your dog doesn't become the most responsible dog that keeps your house clean and knows how to eliminate only outside, giving you the freedom to hang out with your dog more and build a better bond together, then I don't want your money. Just call, email, or even text me, and I'll issue you a prompt and courteous refund, no questions asked. But I'm confident if you follow my simple strategies, you'll love the results so much you won't even think about a refund. However, if you want to start benefiting from this program, you have to act now, not later. This can't wait. Look, if you're here watching, then chances are you've had enough of the foul smell stinking up your home, enough scrubbing poop off the floor and washing piss stains off the carpet. There's no reason to tolerate these problems any longer. The more you wait, the more stress you'll keep dealing with. That's why it's important to take action today and begin using Potty Training Secrets to improve your life immediately. It all starts by taking action now and clicking the Add to Cart button below. By taking full advantage of this opportunity now, life will be so much easier and more satisfying than it's ever been. No more worrying about a dirty house. No more guessing when you need to let your dog out. No more stress. You can feel proud of your dog for being a responsible member of your family. But if you turn this opportunity down, the future doesn't look too bright. You'll have to be ready to clean up piss and poop all the time. You'll have to deal with foul odors traveling through your rooms. And no matter how fun and goofy your dog is, it'll be hard to relax around them because they can always soil anything around you at any moment. Can you imagine the next time you're hanging out with your family and all of a sudden your dog squats in the middle of the room to poop on the floor? People around you will be grossed out, kind of snickering at you. Your house will smell and even feel dirty. And it's totally unnecessary, which is why I urge you to give Potty Training Secrets an honest try. It's obvious what you need to do now. Give your dog a chance to be a responsible family member you can be proud of. Give yourself the peace of mind that you deserve, and take action today and click the Add to Cart button below now. I promise you, you will not regret it. Thanks for watching. This is Chet Womack of thedogtrainingsecret.com, and I look forward to seeing you inside the program.